It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're running it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. It's a party now. Heads,
Here's King, throwing to start the drive. Open here, Adam Thielen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. First down, here's the run with Cook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Switch out.
On the ground, it's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Yeah, let's get set lunch. 53's the mic. 53, check.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 82 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran at the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. King from the gun, he'll throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Justin Houston picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Let's go, baby.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ben Gideon able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Sweet.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Room to run past midfield. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. Cook. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his guys are... Got to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now it's Breida. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Wide, get wide.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action now. Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
We play to win. Let's
The Vikings
go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Quaker Omaha.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
53 to Mike. 53. First. Hey, let's go. Mike, 53. 53.
Now it's the backup Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Don't get nervous. Between 3 and 48. Hey, 2. Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Steamer. Bang. Hey, flipper. Bang. Shoot. Check 50.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Field goal, 66. Pull it. Half. Zip it. Delta. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey,
On 3rd down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go. Chance. X3. Come. Fast. No. Mike 5-4. Pick me up. Here we go. Let it go.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 43.
This is Breida. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready? Right. Mike 54. I got one. Check. Hey, watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 2nd and 9. Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 9, Brissett into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Right there, 54.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Double this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, He was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down now. Boom. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Cousins escaping the pressure right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Breida. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a third down. Throwing, Brissett looking deep for Hilton. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hilton, the lone receiver right. And they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though.